Hello and welcome to Hosted.ai. This is the user panel where service providers manage customer accounts and where customers consume GPU resources. In Hosted AI, customer accounts are organized as teams. Administrators use the user panel to onboard teams, assign workspaces, define policies for images, instance types, and pricing, and configure platform settings such as SMTP and security. Team members use it to deploy and manage GPU pods, virtual machines, and bare metal servers, monitor resource usage, and manage billing, all within the policies set by the service provider. Let's start by logging into the user panel and creating a new team. To onboard a new customer, navigate to Teams from the left sidebar and click Create Team. Provide a team name, typically the customer's company or department, along with an optional description and a color for easy identification. Next, configure policies that define what the team can access: image policy, instance type policy, resource limits, service templates, and pricing. Select the appropriate options from the predefined policies. Then add team members and assign roles, either team admin or team member. Ensure at least one team admin is assigned. Click Create Team. The team is onboarded and members receive email invitations to join and set up their credentials. Once they accept, they can log in and start deploying workloads within the defined policies. Let us have a quick look at objects and policies. Objects are the building blocks that define what customers can deploy, including images, instance types, storage blocks, services, and more. Instance types define machine configurations: CPU, memory, and storage. Storage blocks define disk options and are linked to instance types, controlling available storage during deployment. Services combine images and instance types into deployable offerings. Customers select a service, choose a configuration, and deploy. Simply put, images are the software, instance types are the hardware, and services are what customers deploy. Policies define what each team can access and how much they pay. They act as guardrails created once and assigned to teams. There are 5 types of policies. Resource policy sets limits on regions, accelerator pools, CPU, memory, GPU, and storage usage. Instance type policy defines the machine sizes available to them. Image policy controls which images a team can use. Pricing policy defines the billing rates for resource consumption. And service policy controls which services a team can deploy. Once configured, these policies are assigned to teams during creation or update. Each team gets one of each policy type, defining their access and cost boundaries. Resource policy. To create a resource policy, navigate to Policies, select Resource Policies, and click Create. Provide a name, then choose whether to apply global policies across all regions or define region-specific policies. Set region access as unlimited, restricted, or no access. For restricted regions, define limits on resources such as accelerator pools, CPU, memory, GPU, and storage. You can also apply fine-grained controls, for example, at the accelerator pool level. You can allow unlimited access, restrict the number of GPU shares, or disable access entirely. Once configured, click Create and assign the policy to teams to enforce these limits. To create an instance type policy, navigate to Policies, select Instance Type Policies, and click Create. Provide a name, then select the instance types to include from the available list. Each instance type defines a configuration of CPU, memory, and storage, allowing you to control what hardware options a team can access. Once selected, click Create and assign the policy to teams. Team members will then only see the allowed instance types during deployment, and any updates to the policy take effect immediately. To create an image policy, navigate to Policies, select Image Policies, and click Create. Provide a name, then select the images to include from the available list. These images represent the approved OS and software templates that teams can use during deployment. Assign the policy to a team, then click Finish. Team members will then only see these approved images when creating instances, ensuring consistent and controlled deployments. To create a pricing policy, navigate to Policies, select Pricing Policies, and click Create. Provide a name and select the billing currency. Then set an optional monthly base cost, a fixed charge applied to any team assigned this policy, regardless of usage, acting as a platform access fee or minimum commitment. Next, configure pricing for standard compute resources, either globally or per region. For GPU as a service, define pricing at the accelerator pool level, allowing different rates per pool and region. For each pool, set pricing components such as VRAM per GB per hour, T-flops per hour, and an optional subscription or per vGPU hourly rate, along with any inclusive usage if applicable. This enables fine-grained pricing across different workload tiers. Once configured, assign the policy to teams, and their usage will be billed accordingly and reflected in their billing summary. Now let's see how a customer creates an instance using a GPU as a service pool. Once a team member logs in and starts creating an instance, they select a service limited by their service policy, choose a region based on their resource policy, and pick a GPU pool filtered by the service configuration. They then select the GPU quantity, image, instance type, and storage, with some options pre-configured if locked. Finally, they name the instance, choose a workspace, and click Create to provision the pod. The service acts as a template, simplifying the experience and ensuring customers deploy with the right configurations using minimal steps. Once the instance is created and running, click on the instance name to view its details, including resource configuration, image, and instance type. To access the instance, go to the Access tab. Users can use the built-in SSH console to interact directly, or use the provided SSH details to connect from your local terminal. Users can also perform power operations such as restart and shutdown, and resize the instance to adjust the allocated resources. In the User panel, administrators can configure global settings such as SMTP. They can also rebrand or white label the platform by uploading logos. Additionally, they can enable security features like multi-factor authentication and manage API keys. Thank you for watching.